What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I will be just answering some of your questions. So it's a little bit of a Q&A today. We're keeping it a bit light. 20 questions that I compiled from all of you viewers who were interested in knowing a little bit more about DeFi and decentralized finance. So I'm just going to jump right into it. But obviously, if you do like the channel and the content that we do bring here, please give us a like and a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. So the first question is, what is DeFi or decentralized finance? This should be a really easy one. DeFi actually just represents a spectrum of financial applications that are built on blockchain technologies, particularly on Ethereum, and these are just designed to disintermediate traditional financial intermediaries. Okay, so that's kind of a general definition of DeFi. Another viewer did ask me, how does DeFi actually differ from traditional finance? So unlike traditional finance, which actually operates on centralized systems and intermediaries, DeFi tends to employ blockchain technology to pretty much create a decentralized, open, permissionless financial ecosystem. The third question I will be answering today is, what are the key principles of a DeFi? So DeFi essentially just operates on the principles of transparency, open access, financial sovereignty. These principles do make financial systems more inclusive and efficient. So that's kind of what I would define as the key principles. Number 4 is, what are smart contracts and why are they essential to decentralized finance? So with smart contracts, these are self-executing contracts with the terms and agreements directly written into code, and they do play a critical role in DeFi by automating financial transactions and ensuring trustless interactions between different parties. So that is how I would define smart contracts and their role in DeFi. Number 5 is, what is the role of blockchain technology in DeFi? So blockchain does just form that backbone, offering a decentralized, immutable, and transparent platform to be able to record transactions. It's a peer-to-peer architecture by nature, which facilitates the direct interaction between different participants, also reducing cost and increasing efficiencies. And number 6 is a question that a viewer wanted to know, what are the different types of DeFi applications? So the different types, these span across lending, borrowing platforms, decentralized exchanges, stablecoins, prediction markets, insurance platforms, yield aggregators. So quite a few players in the DeFi space. If you want to know more, you can always just go to our main site, decentralized.news. We've got a whole host of free tools and resources that you will be able to actually just go through in order to navigate your way in entire DeFi markets. And also you can go check out my book, DeFi Millionaire. It's at defi-millionaire.com, and it's a free download. It's pretty much a guide on how you can get started in DeFi, and pretty much just breaks down all these critical concepts as well. So another viewer did ask, what is yield farming and how does it work in DeFi? So yield farming is essentially liquidity mining. It's a way to earn rewards by lending or staking assets in a DeFi marketplace, and it actually just sort of encourages liquidity provisioning, and it does power DeFi ecosystems. Number 8 is, what is a DEX or decentralized exchange and how does it operate? Okay, so a DEX is effectively a peer-to-peer trading platform for cryptocurrencies and user wallet. So unlike centralized exchanges, they don't actually require third parties, which minimizes cost and risks as well. Number 9 is, what is a stable coin and why is it critical in DeFi? So stable coins are just crypto assets that are pegged to a stable asset, for example, a US dollar in the way of Tether or USDC, for example. They bring stability to the DeFi ecosystem, sort of enabling just smoother transactions and also just serving as a safe haven during market volatility for a lot of traders. So the number 10 question we will be answering today is, what is lending and borrowing in DeFi? How does it differ from traditional markets? DeFi platforms allow users to lend and borrow assets directly, and they do bypass intermediaries. Interest rates are often determined also algorithmically. based on market and supply demand structures, which is a bit of a more efficient way to run a market rates. Okay, so another person did ask, what is the potential return in DeFi? So returns in DeFi can significantly higher than traditional markets. In general, obviously, do not quote me on this, it's not financial advice, but this is obviously due to the greater risk and also the nascent stage of the ecosystem. So there's a lot of volatility, which means that yields tend to be a little bit higher. Yield farming, staking are popular ways that people use to earn returns. Again, if you want to learn about this, go to defi-millionaire.com, download my free book. Number 12, somebody asked, what are the risks that are associated with DeFi? So DeFi is obviously without any risks, is not without risks. That means it's a risky space too. Includes smart contract vulnerabilities, platform insolvencies, impermanent loss, liquidity for liquidity providers, and also just people that are uneducated and are unable to manage their risk more effectively. This is why I recommend that you go to defi-millionaire.com, download my book, so you'll be able to learn about how to mitigate risks, what are the risks that are actually associated with decentralized finance as well. Number 13, somebody asked, how does DeFi handle security? So DeFi just inherently relies on blockchain technologies, which is obviously the rigorous auditing of smart contracts and obviously shared responsibility as well with users. What I would recommend is you use non-custodial platforms, right? So you can manage your own keys for wallets, for example, so you can use wallets like KeepKey or Argent or Ledger. If you want to use obviously safe platforms, then use decentralized exchanges such as Gains Network. You can find the links in the description. You can use MUX Protocol, SIM Futures, non-custodial platforms that allow you to even trade with leverage without worrying about the risk of losing your assets. Okay, so impermanent loss is something that somebody else wanted to know about. It's pretty much a loss that occurs when the price of a digital asset just changes after it's been provided to a liquidity pool. This can lead to a liquidity provider having less of a certain asset when they withdraw their liquidity. There's also an article that talks about this in depth on our main site, so go to decentralized.news. Another question somebody wanted to know is how they can get started. Again, like I said, you can use platforms such as MetaMask and Uniswap, which have user-friendly interfaces, and also use credible decentralized exchanges. Links are all in the description. Number 16 is, what's the current state of DeFi adoption? At the end of the day, mid-2023, the total value locked in DeFi stands at around 100 billion, up from around 1 billion in early 2020. Fast-growing sector. All of those details are in my book as well. And how can it lead to financial inclusion is a question somebody wanted to know. DeFi obviously is a permissionless open access architecture that makes it possible to service those that are unbanked as well. So it does bring financial inclusion in that regard. But also some of the real world use cases are peer-to-peer loans, interest-bearing savings accounts, stablecoin payments, complex financial instruments and derivatives and insurance. Somebody wanted to know what are the real use cases of DeFi. All of these I did cover in my book. Download it, okay? Number 19 is, what is the future of DeFi? I think this space is going to democratize finance, is the new frontier of capital markets. Find out all about this and why it's so important. I think if you do not, you're going to miss out. And the last question is, what are the regulatory challenges? Obviously, there is a lot of anti-money laundering measures that are yet to be introduced from regulators, as well as dealing with cross-border transactions. Also, these smart contract risks are something that maybe regulatory bodies are going to be having to look at and figure out how people can be protected as consumers in these DeFi markets. But obviously, it's an expansive market. It continues to grow. I really implore you guys to do your own research, and of course just make sure you're using all the tools and the resources that are available to you. As you can see, we've been in a really brutal market, bear market that is, and things are going to start to get a little bit brighter in these crypto markets. So it's essential that you start to get your knowledge up and get up to speed with everything that's going on. Go to Decentralized.news, best cryptocurrency exchange, reviews, DeFi platforms, all of that, NFT marketplaces if you want to invest, if you want to trade. All of that you can find on our main site. Go join our Telegram and our Discord server, as well as making sure you check out some of my books, Tokenized Trillions, Blockchain Applied, the deal with real-world asset tokenization on the blockchain, and a whole host of different use cases that are also associated with distributed ledgers. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications. I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace and love, y'all.